Hello, welcome to, or welcome back to Watch the Ads. I'm still ads. Right, I've had some more bits and pieces have been done on the van. You're gonna have to excuse the state of it though, because it's due to chuck it down with rain, so none of my tools are going outside and none of the timber's going outside. I don't need to put it outside today because what I'm doing is in under there. I'll show you in a sec anyway. So just to give you an update, I've actually managed to get the ceiling in, which I'm very pleased with. Just your standard tongue and groove from Wicks, but I think we can all agree it looks lovely. So I've got my panel it. I've not really got much. I've only got the lights plugged into this at the minute, but I do have spaces to put more bits in. So all the lights come on their own circuits. Those two back there on that switch, those two back there on that switch. So yeah, so I was buzzing with that. Excuse the pun. I've managed to get these two cupboards fitted. So I've carpeted, not the best job of carpeting. I carpeted in the back of these little kickback areas here. But the problem that I found is the gap that I've given myself isn't very big, but the mattress is. So there's a good chance I'll be changing the mattress for a thinner one, but I'm going to trial it and see how it goes, because I actually really like this mattress. It's very comfortable. But today I've got a different mission. My mission today is have a look at this diesel heater. If you've never done anything like it before, it might just be worth watching this one just to figure out that if I can do it, as always, you definitely can. So yeah, let's go and have a look what we got in the box. So before I start making a mess back here, I'll just show you what I've done back here. I've got my 240 electrics are hooked up, or 230, whatever you want to say for that one. It's hooked up here with my consumer unit there. Got some glue on that, clever. My battery bank there. I use the phrase bank quite loosely. There's two of them. I've managed to get the wiring in where it's supposed to be now. All of the chargers that are going in. So I've got the 240 charger there. That's this one, and the DC to DC charger there. That's my split charge relay. They're all going to this positive on this battery and this negative, and the terminals that you draw from should be the opposing ones. So I'm drawing from this terminal and charging on this terminal. That probably doesn't make any sense, but it took me a minute to get my head around it because I'm not really geared up for that sort of stuff. This earth is for the consumer unit because it was a shorter run, so that's basically the earth for that one, and I didn't want to run that one too far, so we've just made another earth down and behind that cupboard there. My actual DC to DC charger is in behind that panel. I didn't see it didn't reach over here. Because with the cables that it came with, I just thought, sod it, I'll put it in there. You don't have to see it anyway. If anything goes wrong with it or there's a problem at any point, I can just take that panel off. It'd be good if I can keep it hidden because it looks so fresh and so clean. All I've got so far, because I don't have any solar panels yet, is a 50 amp kill switch here. I say kill switch, it's a trip. This is a circuit breaker. I just press that, turns all of this power off to the fuse box, so that actually turns everything off. So I'm actually saving battery when I'm stopped for any amount of time. So yeah, so this is basically the very basic setup. I personally think that this is probably the minimum that you'd need. It's the minimum I need anyway. I've got my 1240 there, my 12 volt there, my 240 here. That's the plug for that, so when that's plugged in, that'll charge that. When I'm driving, that'll charge that. So solar panels are going to be on the list of things to get, but they're not urgent at the moment. Waffling, isn't I? That's what I do. Right, let's have a look at this diesel heater. I have to excuse the traffic noise, I can't help that. It's actually really loud. After watching several YouTube videos yesterday, what it's actually occurred to me is I probably bought the worst kit that you can get, but I'm going to go with it anyway because I didn't actually see anybody else using this kit, and there's probably a very good reason for that, because it's probably terrible. But in said kit, first thing you'll find when you open the box is the diesel tank. You can get them with a side filler. Okay, it'll be fine. I'll get some sort of filler device. And I gotta be honest, being as it's going to be mounted there, it probably wouldn't make a lot of difference if the filler was there anyway on that side. So yeah, I'm just going to look on the bright side. I also found out that this is probably the worst the worst tube you can get as well, because it's quite flexible. I can see what they mean. Again, watched a load of videos yesterday, and that's what came about, was that this is actually not the best. But if what I've got, I'm not going to have much of a distance between the unit and the actual tank itself. So I'm kind of hoping that by negating the need for loads of this, it might work. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I've got this, and if it doesn't work, I'll change it. Yeah. Your duct in. So this goes into the unit. You've got that plugs into the end of the unit. You can tee it off and have it going as many different places as you like. I'm probably only going to use the one outlet for a minute because of where it's going to go. It's going to come out underneath the cupboard. I'll show you all that in a minute. You get a base plate, as most people are doing now, which I don't really know why companies aren't supplying them with these, because these are obviously much better. It's a much better idea. This is the mounting plate for the unit to sit on. It's got the exhaust and the air inlet on there, and the pipe for the diesel feed. If you drill holes in the bottom of your van for this, you have to get them quite precise, as you can see. It's a mission. So what I've done, and everybody tends to be doing, if I'm honest, so I've bought one of these. It's called a turret, and I bought myself one of these. So this is a 127mm hole saw, and it will butcher a hole in the bottom of my van big enough for that to sit in. And what that does is that gives you your holes in your mounting already, and you only have to drill one hole, albeit a massive one, but you only have to drill one, which I'm quite pleased about. So that's probably the better option for most people, unless you're fully skilled, which I am not. You get your pump. There's different ways of mounting these. I noticed yesterday on YouTube channels as well, YouTube videos. This actually makes a clicking noise because it's going to be under my bed. That's probably going to wind me up, so I'm probably going to suspend it somehow. I'll figure that out as I go. So your exhaust. One of the things that I saw yesterday with the exhaust is a lot of people mounting them like this. There's actually a bleed on the bottom. Brand new, look. There's a hole on the bottom there for any moisture to get out, so you're actually supposed to mount them like that. So yeah, so he's got to mount underneath your van this way, and make sure that it's facing backwards, because quite obviously if you're driving, you're going to be forcing air up through your unit, so you need to make sure that the exhaust is facing to the back of the van. Your exhaust pipes, you get your air inlet pipes, all of these bits. There's the wiring loom, which isn't as technical as you might think, really. It's quite simple. All of the plugs that are on there, by all accounts, you can't get them wrong. They only fit onto one part of the device. So I think this is for your sender. I think this goes into your tank. Being as I'm not going to do that, I don't really need to worry about it, I don't think. I'm not going to bother plumbing it into my tank. Number one, because I don't know how. Number two, I can't be arsed. And number three, if I change anything at any point or get rid of anything and I want to take everything out, if I change vans or whatever, I want everything removable. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think that's what that's for. All the videos that I've seen of people feeding straight from a tank haven't used this, so I'm guessing that's what that's for. But it's your little cabinet pokey outy holes. Don't know what they're called. Vents. They're vents, aren't they? Let's call them what they are. Vents. They're vents. Vent holes for the unit to obviously fits in there. Boom. Get a bag full of bits. This here is your air intake, so he will go on there, thusly. And this is the pump holder. Your pump sits in the pump holder, and from what I can gather, you're supposed to mount this at an angle to the van, thusly, whichever way up it goes. But you can adjust this or adapt this somehow so that it suspends it, so that it just, instead of like ticking against the van, it will tick away from the van. Resonance, reducing, cutting, negating, cutting out, whatever. Resonance, there's no resonance. I think that's what the whole point was with that. But again, it'll be something that I figure out as I go. Right, lots of measuring, lots of messing around. I think this is going to be the best position for it, so I'm going to have to cut this plate so I can sink it to the floor. But it angles itself in there and it keeps itself back behind here. Hello, mate.
Hi, guys.
So, yeah, so I'm going to mount it on there. It's going to be angled at that point. I can box it off in here. I think that's probably going to be the best place for it. The only thing I can really do now is drill a hole in the floor, see where it goes. So I'm going to pilot it out and hope for the best. Okay, so I've drilled the hole right there. So now got to go for it, ain't I? Nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. Okay. Oh, you what? Oh. Let's try to speed up. Nope. Right, I'm through to the I'm through all the ply and through to the insulation. Just got to get this out there now. Believe it or not, my drill got hot, so I've switched to another drill now. Hello! Alright, get up! Success! Well, that actually cut a very clean hole. Well, it's done now, isn't it? There's a hole in the floor. Just gonna have to tidy up around them edges and put a bit of hammerite on it. I'm gonna do that bit properly because obviously I've half-assed most of it, but I can't afford to half-ass this bit, so that's a result, honest. Okay, so I've hammer-righted the hole all around the bottom there. So what I'm going to do now, starting sticking all of this bits and pieces together. What I've got is these little doofers here. I presume that they go in. The instruction manual is absolute bobbins, to be honest, so we're gonna have to just wing it. I'll run you through quickly because this is going to get a bit boring. So I'm going to put these in, and then you've got your air there, and obviously your exhaust is furthest away from your diesel inlet there, which I've just cut the corner off of this so that I can sit it in tighter and turn it around and skew it round a little bit so that I can make a little bit more room and get it pointed out a little bit more there. But like I said, there's a lot of more detailed, informative people on the internet that could probably show you a little bit better, so I'll whack it through as quick as I can. Right, so we've got everything fitted in there. What I will say is I'm just going to go with everything that came in the kit. I'm not buying anything else. I'm just going to go with exactly what they've sent and see how that goes. But these little butterfly clip, whatever they're called, these little clamps, they are shocking. I've just had to be bending one up to try to get it just to pinch hold of that pipe. The pipes, they're just not, they're not good at all. If you bend it and manipulate it, you can get it to grip on, but I mean, for the most part, you'd expect them to be quite tight on there. They're not. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. But again, I'm going with everything I got in the kit, not buying anything else, and we'll see how it goes. While the hammerite's drying, you can see I've got this all set up. It's all facing towards the back. I've got to put the accoutrements on the end, but because it's going to be sat there for a minute, I didn't want any extra weight on there, stuff like that. But I've got to sort this out. As you can hear, there's a fitting kit inside. Let's dig it out. Oh, that new diesel tank smell. There she is. So that comes with all the bits you need for the diesel tank. I hope. So on the inside, it only comes with one little washer on the back. They know what they're doing. I'm guessing that's right. Doesn't seem like much to me, but then what we got to do is drill a hole in the tank, go up through the tank. These are some self-tappers just for attaching the tank to the wall. So we'll put them away for a minute. So what we've got one O-ring goes on the inside there, tucks into the little groove on the bolt, on the whatever it's called, and then that other O-ring goes on the nut on the other side. Put that through, do that up, and it's as simple as that. I have to figure out what size hole to drill. I think it's about a 7. You get on the you get these raised panels, these flat panels. You can see that. You've got one there. If you wanted to mount the tank sideways like that, you've got one there as well. Obviously, I'm going to put mine up like that, so I'm going to be able to fill it up. So it's going to be mounted here. So it's going to be this side. So that's where the hole's going to go, right there. Right there. The instruction manual's absolute crap. So I'm going to go with, this looks too small, this bit, but you can always make it bigger, you can't make it smaller. So what I'm guessing, this is a 6mm bit. I think it's probably a 7 or 7.5, something like that. Yeah, I'm going to go bigger, I think. I'll see if I can find a 7. Because I think that might be too small. I can't find a 7mm bit. I've got this step drill bit, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with a 6. Like I say, I can't make it any smaller, so I'll go with a 6. Do you know what? It's going to be that side, because it's feeding that way. Yeah, trying to catch me out, I've seen ya. Right, let's do it. I'll try that from this side. Yeah, just a touch too small. So I'll go with the step drill. We'll go 7, try that. We have a winner! Ding, ding, ding! Okay, now the trick. We have to get that through. So thanks, Paul Mesner, for your advice. Thinner cable, bear with. Hey, right, so if we like that through there, you know what, tape it, sod it, whack a bit of tape on that, there it is. Of course, that was a mistake. Balls that up, wouldn't I? I'm supposed to take the tape off the other side. Idiot, Adam. So what I might do instead is give it a few twists like that. what I've done. Literally just put a bend in the end so that when I pull it out, okay, tight, which is obviously better. Alright, there's a piece of bloody plastic in there, you can see. There it is. Bits like that, obviously, they're no good. It's enough to block up the hole. So, have a bloody good look, make sure you've got as much out as you can. So then, another O-ring, girt bolt. I'm going to give that a little zip up, not too tight, but give it a little go. Okay, so I don't know if this is how it's going to stay forever, but for the time being, I've got the unit is in and he's there. I've got the tank screwed to the wall, coming out into the diesel filter, which then feeds to the dosage pump, and then that feeds straight down and out into the bottom of should go down and out into the bottom of here, providing there are no kinks in the pipe, which I can't tell yet, but we'll figure that out in a minute. So now I've got to get some wiring up the wiring loom. That's the next mission. Okay, so temporarily put the wiring in. It's going to go in it's going to go in behind here. I'm going to hide that wire away. So I'm going to put a 20 amp fuse in and drop a bit of diesel in there and try it out. No leaks yet, which is good. I haven't filled it right up for a minute because if there's any problems, well, you know. Right, these instructions are bobbins, man. Well, I'm trying to get into some sort of prime situation here. This thing is absolute cack. So press and hold down the arrow key, then hold the OK key. But there is no OK key. There's no OK key. I'm guessing OK would be enter. I don't know. Let's try that. Right, HOF, is that right? Yeah. First release the OK key, then release the down arrow key. Press the up arrow key to match. Something's occurring. Okay. That's quite noisy, but that can be dealt with. So that's priming away there. Join me back here shortly when it's primed. Well, after a nice twitchy minute or two, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's kicking out some heat. It's also kicking out some smoke. But apparently they do kick out a bit of smoke when you first get them, so I'm just gonna keep running it until, I'll tell you what, buzzing. I'm gonna have to cut a hole now for the ducting to go through, tidy all of this up, make it a bit better. But genuinely very happy with that. I'm hoping the smoke will die down a bit. That's nothing compared to what first came out. It was very smoky to start with. Right, so that's that video done. We'll leave that one there. I've pretty much switched itself off now. pretty much got everything in here that I need just to start using it. It's by no means finished, it's going to take a long time, but I'm just relieved today to have electricity, to have a fan heater, to have a fan in the ceiling for extraction, electricity, and gas to cook on. The gas is just going to be a portable bottle with a portable barbecue, with a portable camp stove for a minute. So yeah, it's actually a big deal. Hell of a lot of smoke. Hopefully that'll go, and I think I'm going to get a longer extension for the exhaust as well, because at the moment it seems to be hanging around the van, but I don't know if that's just because it's brand new, but I'll figure that out as I go. Yeah, but as always, thanks for joining me, and if you liked it, like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't panic. Hopefully we're going to get some adventures in this van coming up soon, because that's what I got it for, really. But yeah, secretly quite chuffed with myself today. But anyway, enjoy whatever it is you're doing today. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. See you on the next one. Love you, bye.